Всем привет, меня зовут Максим, канал Просто Вода. И продолжаем играть за Конец, эпизод 3. Рябь, и сейчас заканчиваем. Я так понимаю, что это основная часть эпизода, которая называется «Испытание веры». И дальше мы, по идее, должны перейти в следующую часть этого эпизода. По крайней мере, на это очень сильно рассчитываем. Итак, нам осталось, мы так не прошли эту сложнейшую задачку 19 века. Так, что нам осталось?
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
Нет, это понятно. Я положил крест. Да.
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything. Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852. Chapter 1, verse 9. And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee and was baptized by John in Jordan. And coming up out of the water, he saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit, like a dove, descending upon him. Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and two others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
По-моему, это есть Голгофа туда. Давайте попробуем экспериментом брать. Я не знаю, почему я так хочу. Я пытался посмотреть интернет, еще не выпускал. Не знаю, чувствую, чисто от балды. Голгофа. Это мы типа вставили, да? Там было 17, да, помню? Правильно? Да ладно. Подошло, что ли? С первого раза? Я, честно говоря, не знал.
It works.
Well done, Lee. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Давайте, прежде чем звать, понятно, куда вещи.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels. Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon. There are different icons on this wheel, but I think I can make out each one of the icons apart from the one covered in blood. Going clockwise from the one I just mentioned, we have the halo that represents the resurrection. waves represent the baptism of Jesus. It's more difficult to identify the next one. Maybe a crib, and in that case it's surely linked to the birth of Christ. The red herring that my mother followed. Then, the symbol represents the crown of thorns that Jesus wore during his crucifixion. The dove also represents the baptism. Certainly another red herring. Then comes the symbol of the Trinity. And finally, a candle that must stand for the Last Supper. Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far. Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
Это же мы изучали, так вот. Бля, хуй, я не знаю, как делать.
Chapter 3, verse 18. Words truly pronounced in Abagash. Chapter 3, verse 18. He that believeth in him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. Chapter 5, verse 2. Jesus cures the sick and lame on the 8th of Adar, 3791, in Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes. Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Tebeth at midnight, 3762, in the village of Bethlehem. Chapter 2, verse 6. And so it was that, while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered of a child. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesed, 3852. Chapter 1, verse 9. And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan. And coming up out of the water, he saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit like a dove descending upon him. chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Tebeth at midnight, 3762, in the village of Bethlehem.
Тут до хрена.
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter. 8th of Ramadan, 553, waxing crescent. 19th of Jumada al-Awwal, 639, waning gibbous. 13th of Shaban, 607, waxing gibbous. 5th of Jumada al-Thani, 609, waxing crescent. 6th of Layar, 3789, waxing crescent. 30th of Ramadan, 554, waning crescent. Sixth of Rajab, 611, waxing crescent. Sixth of Rajab, 611, waxing crescent. The moon shadow moves from west to east.
С запада на восток. С запада на восток. Когда получается, она западает, то есть получается смерть должна идти. Смерть получается теперь. Где восток?
This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, it's often associated with something harmful.
Допустим.
I think I can make out each one of the icons apart from the one covered in blood. Going clockwise from the one I just mentioned, we have the halo that represents the resurrection. The waves represent the baptism of Jesus. It's more difficult to identify the next one. Maybe a crib, and in that case it's surely linked to the birth of Christ. The red herring that my mother followed. Then, the symbol represents the crown of thorns that Jesus wore during his crucifixion. The dove also represents the baptism. Certainly another red herring. Then comes the symbol of the Trinity. And finally, the candle that must stand for the Last Supper. This wheel contains several symbols made up of one or two figures and one letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date. Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon.
Я понял, что у нас что-то начинается с Луны, то есть по, грубо говоря, в противоположную сторону.
It works.
Well done,
Я
Lee.
знаю, что
I
получилось.
hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Давайте с лунных фаз начнем. Допустим, с этим. Начнем 8А, например. Ну, от балды вот так херачить будем. Как символом, правильно? Ну, просто так будем перемещать. Все сначала символы, а потом будем трогать. Куда отойти надо, может? Может быть, надо руку засовывать. Потом уже опять проверять. У нас же главный герой, нас рука-то по-любому туда не окажется.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Удачи. Бля, вы надоели. Ладно, помню, так все запороть. Снизочек.
I never doubted you, my son.
Да ладно. Очень пиздецкий. Вообще балды, честно говоря, балды. Так, а у меня что получается здесь так все хорошо, потому что неудач не было. Был офигенский. Так, ну что у нас оккультист, какой кулист просто. Ну, наверное, так и закон сделаем. Да ладно! Блин. Ну, еще горячо. жалко, конечно, жалко. Очень, конечно же, жалко. Но тут, к сожалению, ничего больше не попишешь. Спасибо, что уделили время, спасибо, что посмотрели, спасибо, что были со мной. Всем спасибо большое. Всем большой удачи вам всем. Всем пока.